What are you doing?
I don't even know anymore. Just this isn't relevant to anything. Just ignore the feather. Fine. Right. Greetings and welcome to the first stream of the month. I'm of course Director of Arketer.
Darling, fabulous.
I need this
Are
pinned
we
on
unmuted,
me.
by the way?
Regrettably, you aren't muted to begin with. One day I'll learn.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Very nice.
Again, greetings
Also, do you
everyone.
like
As you can.
I know.
What? What?
I said, do you like the improvements I made to Izu?
What have you done to me?
My sense of style is now wonderful.
Oh
and
no.
Ark, you're killing it, baby.
It's not so bad actually.
Wait until
I made an
Gilson's
occasional
that
bit of
beard.
base flattery. So, in any case, I take it you've pulled a pens on him,
Maybe.
but in reverse.
Yeah.
An NSEF.
Well, it's more of we
So,
tampered with some DNA.
Eknef.
what I'm hearing is that Steam filled Izu with positive energy, man.
We have got it going on.
Yes, apparently this version of Izube has been made gay by Steam because that's what she blames for her absence, as we heard in an oven cleaning accident. I don't know what the connection
People
is. I don't want to know.
So much oil and blood.
Look,
So,
someone's head got in the wrong place, and it wasn't that head.
okay. As you can see, I'm joined by Froman, Izu, Real Miss Team, Orla Seraph, and the Smoke Wrath. Last two have not presented themselves. The others already have, and I figure that counts just fine. Mind you, the rat might be dead, and Orla's... Well, we're not going to pry.
I fixed one problem to be presented with another.
Hey.
Oh, good. Well, they're both here and all's well. Yay!
Yay.
Now the greetings of the chats. Greetings, Nightwolf. Good to see you, K-Shul. Snoopy SN100. Niska25. Been too long. Lord Volkos. Who else are we missing? Nuda. Who, by the way, made that feather happen. That will probably be better known when Sign Quest resumes, which really didn't happen this week, but fingers crossed for next. Greetings, Mansquatch, Marson Johansson, who actually made it for once. Was that just because I showed up on Weebs? Who was that? Well, no, not big deal, it's fine. Whatever drew you back, it's okay. And I think that counts for just about everyone in chat, which is good because we're going to be doing something quite unusual this time. Namely, we're giving away a game. One Exodus apparently secured a number of keys as part of a charity and has generously seen fit to provide them in a sort of a raffle situation. More on that later. In the meantime, everyone who does want a chance at it, please do let me know. I'm going to be trying to keep a record here while we sort out who gets that loot. In chat, if you could just note.
I got something fat you can have, Arketer.
Are you reading my lines, damn it?
Orla has a dick confirmed.
We are gonna have these two.
I may have put a little bit of sass in him, and have a some attraction to someone who might have a moustache and a beard with goggles on.
I'd like you to stop putting things in Izube.
No, he's a
I'd like you to start putting things in Izu.
You have no say in it. No one has a say in the property of a Horror Foundation. You know why? I own it, you don't.
I remember warning originally Zoom not to. Yes, greetings, the best Remy. I suppose we might get along with the past of the show. Again, we are going to be raffling off a copy of Generation Zero via Steam. Not this Steam. This Steam can't play any games at all. Not ones you want to
I play
play.
games. I play games.
Nightwolf.
Sliding down with the commie.
Hide the Turkey isn't the game they want to play.
Exploding heads. The commie edition.
Pin the.
Ooh, exploding heads is fun.
I've heard.
Let's
I've
go
heard,
play
I've heard.
after the show.
Pin the tail on the Ezoob.
Okay, let me stress no games I care to play, especially not them. The sheer utter degeneracy. Well, I guess we'll move on to time. Remember, if you want to have a
I
shot
also
at
like.
copy of Generation
like
Zero. We're going to really sell the game again. The trailer going on, and we started to go off that with auctioning off, raffling off the game that I was most interested in personally, where you play as a Swedish teen trying not to get murdered by robots. Bit of an exotic context, really. Or like you're being hunted by robots 2.0, but Swedish instead of British, and you're presumably biological. In any case, we'll move on. First off, we have Babylon Bee. Biden releases controversial new memoir, If I Rigged It. We did this one, right? Yes, we've done this one. Times has released a new article saying, the secret history of the shadow campaign that saved the 2020 election.
So, what did I miss in the last episode? Did everyone miss me?
No.
You're all getting the death penalty.
Okay, did the Babylon Bee
terribly.
Darling,
fulfill
you look
another
like a
prophecy?
street slut. Of course they missed you.
Ah, thank you. Okay,
Did
I
the
like to see
Babylon Bee make a prophecy that just came true, only it's not Biden taking credit for it? 'Cause it's kind of looking that way to me. Biden releases a controversial new memoir, If I Rigged It, the secret history of the shadow campaign that saved the 2020 election. You thought your vote counted. Ha ha ha.
The shadow campaign.
The shadow campaign.
The itty bitty titty community?
Director of Arketer Labs, I hate when Babylon Bee publishes actual bias. Yes, I do too. I like to address this as a problem. This is a problem. Everyone, satire is facing dark times. We saw this before with The Onion, but it keeps getting worse. Even now, the Babylon Bee struggles to produce satire that stays significantly ahead of reality. And this leads me to a reminder that if you encounter satire that is marked as satire, please do bring that up with the person passing it along. They need to knock that off, because there's absolutely no reason to pass off satire as real news when most of the real news is beyond satire as it is. It just, you waste your credibility so that no one believes you when you're looking at the real things. We don't have time to read this grotesque piece of propaganda. What, Steve?
So weed actually turns you into a murderous maniac?
No, I don't think that. I don't think Reefer Madness has been surpassed by reality yet. Hopefully not. But I wouldn't necessarily place money against it. When they come out with a new maybe super weed that actually does cause violent hallucinations.
Shit. Because I would really like that to be real, because I want people to buy more opium, not that little hippy dippy shit you can grow in your back garden.
Hippy dippy, that's a good one.
Oh, this makes sense. This comes from the same people who told you the Great Reset's real. It's only conspiracy theory if you say it's a bad thing. We're going to move on there. I think we're hitting some really critical levels of cognitive dissonance that really aren't going to help. Let's try to find a brighter subject. Depraved man 37 who had sex with his pet chickens in a basement while his wife filmed, causing them to die as a result, has his 3-year jail term cut by 8 months on it.
Is there a fetish you're not telling us about?
So not how
No,
you shoot a chicken.
no. I remember this asshole. Look, I had Arcturus drag this onto a episode of Side Quest, and it completely tanked to the show because him screwing chickens to death in the basement with his wife filming, that was not the worst of it by half. But before we even get into that, I want to stress I'm really concerned about the UK media, because what a delicate way to put it. Depraved man 37 who had sex with his pet chickens in the basement. No, he didn't. He raped his chickens. He raped the chickens in the basement while his wife filmed, causing them to die as a result. Not that he fucked them to death, not that he killed them, but he just sort of caused them to die. It's one of those things that happens, I guess. Has had his 3-year jail term cut by 8 months on appeal.
Oh,
It gets
God,
worse.
The Sue Sadist. Oh no, the Sue Sadist documentary. No.
Footage of Ren Beg, 37, having sex with the birds, which died in the process. What a really... Had sex which died in the process. I mean, it was like an accident. He didn't really intend that happening. He just, stuck his dick in them and they just died.
Cream of chicken, anyone?
He was jailed for 3 years in 2020 after admitting the offenses, including making indecent photographs of children and having intercourse with an animal. Okay.
Izu, it's cream of mushroom and cream of chicken mixed together.
Hear me out. This is why this went too far. And this is why there really needs to be going through the UK media and government with a fine-tooth comb to pick some monsters out of it. Because he was jailed for 3 years and 20 after admitting offenses including making indecent photographs of children and having intercourse with an animal. Now, keep in mind how delicately they phrased everything prior to this. What do you think they mean by indecent photographs of children? So, a depraved man who fucked chickens to death, or to some other animal, and was a kitty diddler, apparently, has had some mercy shown to him by 2 judges at the Court of Appeal in London.
You know, I do see a weird link between bestiality nuts and pedophiles. The people who are into bestiality seem to end up doing pedophilic shit. And vice versa. I think there's a link there.
2 judges at the Court of Appeal in London concluded that his original term was too long and they reduced it 2 years and 4 months. For indecency with children. On top of everything else.
That's because society doesn't take rape seriously. Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman or an animal or a child that is the victim of it.
Honestly, I don't even care about the animals all that much. He should be in there for a lot longer for making indecent photographs of children, which, after as delicately as they framed everything else here, I wonder what's on Anthony Trower's... Look, this is actually taking the show again. Let's move on.
Be a really decent time to just say cloaca.
Right, so after you've stopped choking the chicken,
None of you can see
maybe,
Rap's reaction.
maybe we can move on to something else. Something.
Yeah, we've already moved on. I beat you to that, Steve.
And put a 1 in the chat if you want to be in the drawing.
You corrected me after I'd already made the correction, so...
Oh, to you too. Again.
Stop blowing each other's raspberries. We both know Steam's into it. It's not gonna end well, Ark.
Well, no, I'm not in.
Nightwolf, are you still there?
Oh.
It's been recalibrated. Shouldn't enjoy it too much initially. I can adapt, though. What do you, Nightwolf? Harder than you think.
Oh yeah? Try and hit me with it.
That's what she said?
Oof. Ow. Okay.
I'll have to just... I'm I'm pretty sure it's not going to be worth it to adapt over the course of this one show, but it needs to stop. Or at least the duration. In any case, moving on. Tattooed Barbie spends 4K on body modification, including labia implants. How does that even... Okay. Aiden Mod, no relation to Aiden Paladin, I'm sure, and probably resents sharing the name at this point. 19 from Rome, Italy, has been getting tattoos and piercings since she was 11. Oh, so real story is, Aiden Mod 19 from Rome, Italy, was been failed utterly by their parents. She even split her own tongue, has over 20 piercings, and wants a boob job. So I'm guessing being comfortable in one's own skin wasn't really a passed along
Hey, if she wants to
message
look
to
like a freak,
family.
she can look like a freak. We don't make fun of you for your voids. Whoops. I wasn't going to say that.
To be fair, this isn't black alien stupid, but it's awfully close. I mean, she still might have a mostly functional nose. And
Okay, yeah, I take it back.
probably
She doesn't
doesn't
look
slur
like
nearly as much. You know, with
a-
still
okay, I
having
take it
functional
back.
lips.
It looks like Dracula's retarded cousin.
Yeah.
Still
I'm a
looks better than you.
vampire!
Still looks better than you, though.
I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! Oh no.
Um,
I think I know what they did to their labia now. Batwing.
So bad at night.
Again, over the course of the show, if you would like to enter the raffle for Generation 0, 1 in the chat. Music's keeping track. As well, Aiden Mod sliced her own tongue at 15 and wants a boob and butt lift. Yeah. Poor Miss Mod was really failed by her parents. A teenager has revealed how she's turning herself into a body modification Barbie using invasive procedures, including tattooing her eyeballs and getting labia implants. Oh, good, a distraction.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Wolf.
Yeah, get those off the screen. Nobody wants to see that.
Well, what do they want to say?
Ark's big dick.
You think it's You think it's big? Okay.
There's no... What do you know?
Well, he's not.
No,
wrong.
we're not getting into that.
Do you want to see that?
The Tin Wolf! Greetings and welcome. They've donated a tin box to say, nice to see you two still into your BDSMs, Arkans.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
Meant
Oh, no,
to
wait.
be. Meant to be. Meant
Thank you
to
for
be.
your... Roman.
Or you might be talking about gays.
I was way too close to the mic.
Look, it works regardless.
Works. Ow.
Steam gets the front, Izu gets the back.
Sounds fair.
I'm down. Let's do this. You're fabulous, Ark. Fabulous.
Thank you for your kind support, Tim the Wolf, even in
Well, you
context.
power bottom.
I'm just going to echo the sentiments of the chat. Kill it with fire.
Poor sexy smoking rat over there, just cowering in the corner.
Oh, they're talking about the article. I wasn't really thinking of the article. Fine, it's fine. Aiden Mod 19 from Rome, Italy is fascinated with modifying her body to extreme lengths and started at the age of 11 because she was utterly failed by her parents. As a child, she would pierce her face with a needle in her bedroom. Now, 8 years later, she's covered in ink and hopes to get a butt and boob job. At the age of 15, the teenager sliced her tongue in two in a self-performed procedure. This is not recommended by doctors, as the tongue holds an artery which, if severed, could cause death by blood loss. You don't say, the Sun! Oh, I'm sorry, Daily Star. Not to be confused with, of course, the Sun.
Well,
which-
there are actual safe ways to do it, but since
You-
she's seen it herself, she probably botched it horribly.
You could argue the sun is the Daily Star.
But doctors don't recommend, slicing your tongue lengthwise on your own. I don't like Rome anymore. But it wasn't. Oh, look. They've even associated the two together in the related articles. I wonder, do we have an over-under odds on eventually this becoming this? Because she's halfway there already. All she has to do is get it into her head to start lopping off bits. Wholesale.
Where does she put the labia implants?
Well, we're about to find out. Tongue splitting is also illegal in the UK. Guess the UK can still do something. Right now, Aiden has over 20 piercings and 12 scarifications, tattooed eyeballs, stretched nostrils and earlobes, nipple piercings, and fillers in her cheeks and lips. The young one has spent over, her parents have spent over 5,000 on modifications, including labia piercings and implantations. Her former role model was Marios Cristerna, better known as the Vampire Woman.
Scarification is illegal here too, by the way.
And yet, whenever I go to your present, there's grown men who had scarification.
Aiden, who has over 16,000 followers on Instagram under the name Aiden Mod, explained, "The only person I have to please is myself." And, of course, there's 16 followers. For example, people call me ugly and I don't consider it an insult to be honest. I'm a normal person living my best life, and if someone is not cool with that, then stay away from me. Luckily, I have to say that I have a lot of support and I'm surrounded by lovely people. I usually get along better with people who have different lifestyles than mine, which is surprising. I suspect that she finds herself competing with those who have the same lifestyle a bit too often. Might take a bit of that precious attention away. Mind you, okay, I'm gonna amend. When an adult does things like this, I might find it be quite daft, but I do feel they have a license to do it. What bothers me mostly is that they've been at this since they were 11, which means their parents are just loathsome. And I can't believe they are behaving in a wise fashion when they failed that badly. I mean, at least you might say, no splitting your tongue in half until you're 16, young lady. Actually, I did it at 15. And I would say probably better to wait till 18, 20, sometime well after puberty when the hormones stabilize. Just a thought there.
I still say she looks better than you.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, it's art. That's not saying much.
I'm less appealing to you. That's only a good thing. Kind of strive.
No, it's not appealing
It
to
is
me. I'm
not
just saying she
about
looks
how he looks. It's about how much fun it's going to be tearing him apart.
Yeah, it is fun to pick on him.
The teenager has thousands of followers online. Do you get the feeling, since they keep repeating how many followers she has online, that they're kind of trying to sell this stupidity?
Sponsored, not sponsored.
Also, did she draw a dick on her fingernail, but with the head cut off? Noting.
Well, it's currently behind your shoulder, so we can't see it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Pardon my mistake. Well, are you all seeing this too? It looks
Yes,
like she's got a
she-
decapitated dick on her fingernail.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a dick on her finger now.
I don't know why that stood out to me amidst all of. Great. Real classy. Aiden plans to have further procedures and wants tattoos all of her body as well as piercings. She also wants permanent metal teeth. The body modification fan also plans to go into the surgeon's knives for boob job and a Brazilian butt lift at age of 19.
You know what? She wants permanent metal teeth. That's not actually a bad idea. Think about it. Our teeth are already shit. Metal, not so much. The only reason I don't have metal teeth because it doesn't suit me.
I mean, not really. They would corrode pretty well, unless pretty easily, unless you got it treated on a regular basis, or you got it with something that doesn't corrode, like gold. But even then, gold is a softer metal.
Hey, my brother's got.
Well, technically,
steel teeth.
you just need the coating of gold on top to
Yeah,
prevent corrosion.
that's fair.
So.
My brother's got steel teeth, mostly because his jaw got
No.
blown off. But still,
Just-
he looks fine. Horrifying, but fine.
She said, my angle doesn't
It's
really
one of
exist, as
his
I don't
best
think I'll ever
features.
stop.
This is why we
Modifying
don't let
my-
Izu time travel.
She said, my angle doesn't really exist. I don't think I'll ever stop modifying myself. I want to cover my whole body with tattoos for sure. More piercings, permanent metal teeth, which I'm currently working on. I'll probably tattoo my eyes again to have them more black. And recently I started looking for more common surgeries as well. I do lip fillers every month, and I want breast augmentation and probably a Brazilian bum lift. What a wellspring of terrible ideas. You know,
have a
I think
problem
at some
with
point
having
she's
that
probably going to
eyes
look a lot worse
tattoo.
than Black Alien. You were saying?
Yeah, because having your eyes tattooed is can be quite dangerous.
Oh yeah, she's not going to
It's-
stop
it's
until she
caused
eventually blinds
problems like
herself.
people having, yeah, it has caused people to have blindness,
What? You mean?
and the colors
sticking
run
ink
out.
in- You mean
It's a
sticking
real-
ink and needles in your eyes are bad for you?
Seems, bit of a
That's
shock.
amazing.
I might have thought that was a risky, needless procedure that is ultimately elective medical surgery. Tattoo's a place that was never meant to no basis for the tattooing, just beyond, well, these people with some serious issues. Serious. Unaddressed issues like, what sort of parents did you have that even allowed this starting from age 11? But
Yeah, like
adding some advice from
paranoia.
others, because if you're going to take advice from someone, yeah, this is the one you want to listen to. Aiden commented, have the courage to choose for yourself. Do whatever you please, as long as you're not hurting anyone. Be different. Be yourself. Always. Okay, that's good on the
Yeah,
surface.
because, yeah, because, you know, like, it must be terrible being paranoid, ugly, living on the moon, being grey.
Hey, what's wrong with being gray? He's the Birdman.
Having a great toned ass.
Having a very bland personality. You know, looks like
A
the
bland
people,
personality.
looks like the people from the neutral planet.
I mean, yeah, you get very salty at us, and we're eccentric people.
And on top of that, just the beards just can never connect.
It's true. He's sensitive about that steam.
Oh no, wait, we were talking about the girl, weren't we?
Yes, I see you're very defensive of your kindred spirit here, and maybe we can put you in contact with each other and give you pointers on how to modify yourself in an exotic fashion next. Really, we should have expected that you might be running to the defense, what with your easy bake snatch.
I lost my parts in a war.
What?
Fuck you. You ableist. You disgusting ableist. You goddamn Nazi.
Yeah.
I lost my parts in a war. How did you lose your eyes?
I have eyes, and they're perfectly normal eyes, just like everyone else's eyes. Perfectly normal, standard eyes.
Ah yeah, normal standard void. I mean eyes.
Be different, be yourself always. This woman has no intention of stopping the modification, so we can come back in 30 years and find her looking like... Well, I'm pretty sure not herself. Questionably human. But then again, I get the impression that's part of the idea. They don't very like being this species, and honestly, I suppose I can sympathize on occasion. We'll just move on.
Anyway, my augmentations are necessary. Hers is not.
Think about the term in this case. I would say is modification, because an augmentation hypothetically makes something better. In your case, it just saves on yeast.
Not really.
Well, I mean, with how much the previous models were trying to dig into it.
And that's
You would
why
think
I
that
know.
burns would be self-punishment.
No, he likes it hot.
Hot
The only
cross
thing I
buns?
can't figure out is a robotic eye. I just can't figure that out.
Police are responding to a gas station robbery find half-naked woman satisfying the thief orally. This comes from SN News, and I want to finds a bizarre report to Slovakia news outlet Novinisk. I don't know how you would put it. Does anyone happen to do Slovakian news names?
No.
Novinisk says a man robbing a gas station was apprehended after an unidentified woman began to satisfy the thief orally until the cops arrived. That woman has a troubling dedication to law and order. I mean, that's one hell of a crime fighter, I suppose. Sort of, I mean, they could, that could be the basis of a new adult comic, I imagine.
Stop, this is a dick up.
I've seen porns that start this way.
Apparently the security footage might be just that. The robbery reportedly began when a 24-year-old man in the capital city of Bratislava approached a service station employee, demanding money, making death threats. After clearing out the cash register, the thief allegedly began punching the worker. The battered employee went to a back room where he informed another employee what was happening. That person fled the back door and called police. According to an English translation of the Novinisk news page, under mysterious circumstances, an unknown lady came inside the entrance within a few seconds. News station TV JOJ. This wasn't from MSN. I would immediately think this is some sort of parody farce. That when the police arrived, the robber and the unidentified 36-year-old woman were partially naked. You know, we're gonna try to zoom this out because clearly we're not getting partially naked on the floor. She reportedly told law enforcement something along the lines of, "I don't take him anymore." It is not known whether the woman was forced to perform the sex act. The alleged robber resisted arrest, but was taken into custody. So, apparently she entered the place of business, and
This should be better put woman stops robbery with blowjob.
technically that's what happened.
Huh. My first blowjob.
Crime busting blowjob. It's
Crime blowers.
basis of a fairly solid porn parody. There's no way around that.
It kind of reminds me like my first blowjob. Except...
No, we don't know. We don't want,
I
no.
wasn't the hero. I was getting out of jail.
I mean, you're in the middle of robbing a place and taking money. How distracted or just... I don't know. Just what's wrong with your brain that you're like, you know, blowjob sounds better than, you know, getting away and having the money. I mean...
There's a lot baffling here. Like, letting the one guy walk to the back to inform his coworker that he's being assaulted physically with by a man with a gun to go call the cops.
A donation has arrived.
You cunt.
And yes, I'm ahead of the game for once. Brian has generously donated $20. Most sincerely appreciated. Do say the hero we need. I don't know why he was robbing the place. Maybe he found it worthwhile. Well, see, if he was busted in the act, he probably hadn't busted.
Only
I
a
mean,
chump bust while
what do you-
getting a blowy.
I mean, what do you call that crime? Like, what kind of crime fighter name would that be? blowjob girl, fellatio woman. What? I mean, I don't know.
The vacuum.
There you go. That's catchy.
The cum
Yeah.
dumpster.
The swallower.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it depends. She could be the spitter too.
Yeah, we don't know. Presumably they didn't get that far to find out. Or the nut box.
Oh,
No, and
also,
besides, you
Also,
didn't message...
Arketer,
Yes?
I wasn't going to do that.
Sure you weren't. Yes, you're just posed there to, rapidly raise up and down by sheer chance. You completely didn't want to try to get around the no jiggle zonal sign.
If it wasn't for that cleaning accident, I would kill you by now.
That's... Even when you finally get this other going, I'm not going to put you in physical proximity with me, so good luck with that. You're stuck to the psychological torments that you're already launching into quite enthusiastically. Just... I know you can't see them, but...
Ooh, do me next.
It's a different kind of jiggle, Izu.
Okay, well,
I think, honestly, out of all the names that were suggested, I think the swallow is the best one. It reminds me of the shadow. It's just like, beware the swallow, the swallow knows.
the problem with this crime fighter, the Swallow, is that while they might initially bust few crimes, they could be in trouble if the criminal is female and not lesbian, or two, there's a slight problem in that it might actually encourage more criminals who
Oh, I got a
just
name.
want to go to
I got a
jail on
name.
their terms.
I got a name. The Nutbuster. Fuck you.
See, with how desperate she was to do that, I think she misses it.
I do. I do miss it so much. I'm so glad I turned these gay. I might turn the next few clones gay too.
Look, I found the last clone hiding in the closet. So maybe you didn't have to do as much as you thought.
We have a new superhero, White
I
Swallow.
thought you looked familiar, Froman.
Well, it
This
was
is basically
Orla's
a
closet,
South
so
Park prophecy. We're just going to move on. Couple accused of... Apparently there's a running theme of degeneracy on this.
No, you don't say.
Couple accused of Ferris wheel sex caught having sex and urinating in public. Again,
well, see, the Ferris wheel bit is only accused, so
Greetings, Blackout. And do all guys turn gay around Miss Team? No, not generally speaking, although...
She
they
does
might
have the biggest dick of us all.
be wiser to do so.
True.
I mean, safer as a whole. Eric and Lori Harmon, who were previously accused of having sex on the Myrtle Beach Ferris wheel, are now accused of other public sexual acts. So, having established a trend, they're continuing a trend. Oh no. A South Carolina couple who made headlines earlier this month of their allegedly having sex on an iconic South Carolina Ferris wheel have now been accused of performing further public sex acts and public urination. Do they have paparazzi following them now? Is that it? Someone...
Well, no.
They,
Hey,
well, what?
how much does it cost to make you twerk again? That
If I
was a
set the
question.
price at 1,500. Oh no, it was lower than that, wasn't it?
1,500 is to tassel twirl again.
Yes, that is correct, and it goes up dramatically from there. Yes, it was just 1,000 for twerking. On my terms, thank you very much, because I will not be psychically compelled by Omegon a third time. Come on me
you
once,
said it
shame
out
on you.
too.
It's like, come on me twice, shame on me.
I do need to
And-
get contact with that Eldritch creation. You know, have him show up once in a while.
I want to make on his voice welcome. I always keep the Octohelm close by. Just be safe. You've all seen it at this point, I'm sure.
I
Air Common
still
Norhammond.
can't believe you picked that shitty helmet that I stole from the... Oh, no.
No, the team working on the Octohelm did so for a very long time. They did a great job. And, it's just, if it worked for Magneto, and what was the one from X-Men First Class? But in case, it's proven
Sebastian
good
Shaw.
now. Oh, yes, there we go. Working was 2000?
Is your lead the person who ran the project?
I should have said 2000, but 1K is,
So the leader of the project.
mind you, that's pants on. I'm not bearing my ass. That's going to cost a lot more money, because that's retirement. Oh, wait, what?
How much for hot pants?
So the leader of the project. Did his name happen to be Vladimir?
No,
Your
because
mom's name is Vladimir.
Vlad is not a member of Arketer Labs. He's never worked for Arketer Labs. He never will work for Arketer Labs. The Ale Committee would not tolerate them on the staff, even, because they've done a lot of things that absolutely disqualify them, mostly what they've done to blowing off steam. Who gets ever squishier every single stream.
What is wrong with Vlad? He is a qualified engineer, thank you very much. And he's a great doctor too. It's just the fact that he's not allowed to be a doctor anywhere in the world is just people being
He's a great
redheads.
He's a great of an engineer.
The most impressive thing to say about Vlad is that their patients have generally survived, most especially blowing off steam, and it's a good thing they don't exist in the world we know here, in the general wider reality. Not the present, because time travel doesn't make sense even in fiction.
It does, you just don't understand it.
Because if that were here, we'd be reading articles about the black alien guy and daddy issues girl with a lot more exotic modifications than anyone really cares to see.
Who's
was
the black
that ever
alien
some-
guy?
He tries his very best to help that artist girl, sort of thing. She said
Artist
she
girl.
didn't like the way she looked, so
it's
he
close enough.
helped her.
She is just an adorable little marshmallow, and unlike Miss Steam, she has real hair color.
Wait, what?
Yep, guys.
Your roots are
Look-
showing, darling.
You made him gay. This is a side effect of that.
Maybe straight pervy Izu was,
I see. Real Miss Team is going to do some
I mean, he
serious
was a
soul
ma-
searching.
but at least he didn't fucking do it. You're on your last warning.
Any case, I'm not shaking my ass on camera. Because regardless, for free. I did that twice before. Fairly grip, I was familiar with his insidious effect. Don't get excited about it. No one should get excited about it because that's wrong. And no, it's only 40 tokens on a stream elsewhere because that's what that stream is for. This stream is not for watching me twerk.
Also,
None of my
mean-
shows are.
That's
also,
the after
Jane
show.
Izu- Also,
It
Jane
is the
Izu,
after show.
You're wrong. I have more character than that artist little slag.
Now, see, if you like rotate the camera, you'll actually see that Ark has this very sturdy pole that he likes to dance on. It's like an
The only
after show
pole
celebration. We've
present-
been doing it for a long time.
Okay,
What are you
no.
holding?
No. This poll, yes. And I don't like where this is going. We're not going to discuss polls any further. Eric and Laurie Horman, both 35, were arrested earlier this month for various incidents of public sex acts believed to have occurred in December and January. In those instances, they allegedly had sex at the Myrtle Beach Ferris wheel, popular tourist location, and in a community pool in Surfside Beach. Laurie Horman also allegedly urinated on 2 vending machines and in a public elevator. They both face a series of charges for
Why
those
the
offenses
elevator?
where they are accused of recording and uploading to pornography sites.
Anyway, she doesn't have more character than me. She's just, her character is just, I'm cute and awkward and I have tentacles. Tee hee hee.
She also
Yeah,
does
you're just,
all of your
you're just
art.
awkward.
And you're just a living set of tits.
What?
That's a
You're
compliment
gonna
by your
regret
book. Come on.
that.
I do think that Yezu may have a very limited shelf life. But I'm increasingly preferring, well, esteem, but that's kind of given, really. In any case, bold view. Easy, bold view. Very bold.
I am more than a sentient pair of tits, thank you. I'm also psychotically evil.
So you're an
Yes,
evil
and
set
you're-
of tits.
Awfully insecure about blowing our steam, but again, I would
Can
remind
I
you that
stab him,
you
please?
I will stab him together.
Yay!
He likes things shoved up his arse. We can shove things up his arse.
It's gonna be a fun day.
Oh my.
That's actually quite clever. I approve.
We're gonna move on. DSA agent convicted of tricking woman into showing him her breasts at LAX. Woman told investigators that O'Malley told her he had to look inside of her bra to ensure she wasn't hiding anything, and had to hold her pants away from her waist for a check.
Unlike Miss Steam's stuffing.
What?
Oh, we all knew that was true for, like, you know,
No,
years.
say again, come on.
You heard me. You stuff those.
I do not stuff.
It's more like she has, like, some airbags down there.
That does sound like a rather plausible augment. Variable sizes, guessing.
You know,
They
Were
are
those
all
damaged
natural.
in the
There's
war?
only things natural about me.
you give 2 squeezes and they grow a cup.
Oh no, it's like those Nike
Planes
pump
crashed, They
shoes.
used her as a personal flotation device.
Exactly.
No. A former translation security
there's a
agent who was. We're,
Look, there's a
articles.
reason why she can't fly.
We're going to focus on the generation elsewhere in the world here on out until it's time to finish this raffle thing. Former translation security. Why have any of these that are not revolving around degeneracy of some sort? Oh, here we go. Quite frankly, this is really wholesome. The Daily Star bid to get sacked snowman killer his job back as 1,000 signed petition supporting him. Yes, the Sun, the Daily Star here is not the Sun, the Daily Star, not who's the Sun. I mean, why would anyone confuse those two things? Apparently was fired for kicking a snowman. Almost 22,500 people signed a petition calling for a snowman killer Binman get his job back. Callum Woodhouse, 19, was sacked for karate kicking the head off of 3-year-old Joseph Taylor's creation, causing an outpouring of sympathy for the dad-to-be. He was caught on the toddler family's CCTV roundhouse kicking the Binman Lovings 7-foot-tall snowman in the village of Tupsley, Herefordshire last Sunday. The petition calls on change.org for Herefordshire Council to give him his job back. Let's see this, okay, that's a badly melted snowman already.
Anyway, what's
Bishop's
Wormwood's
author,
theme?
A personality.
artistic talent.
Charisma.
You know what? That's it. I'm killing you.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
what's
Steam
Charisma?
makes
Suction
preparations
cup.
for corpse
Look,
disposal and
this
so
team
on.
doesn't cringe every single time I show her one of my teddy bear creations.
Exactly. I just
What?
feed them to the dogs.
Go on, okay. You can throw it to me right about now. The petition's author, Svetlin Svetkov, said a bitman from Herefordshire kicked a snowman that was already melting anyway, and after a video of it went viral, he got sacked. Apparently this was the snowman, though, and I think we can all agree it had it coming. That is a very kickable snowman, I would say. I think it's the skull and crossbones, the sawed-off, that really makes it that much more punchable.
Oh yes, I do love taking. I do love taking the automobile out and just running over all the poor people's snowmen, and see the hope drain from their faces. It's wonderful.
I do think while the garbage man probably shouldn't have arbitrarily roundhouse kicked a snowman, even if it was a really punchable snowman. I mean, that snowman had it coming. This snowman, I might have kicked it myself, especially in my present mood.
Also, I have charisma.
So, some lenience would be warranted, I would say, for the bin man in this context. But in any case, that's... Finally,
You know, to be
before we
fair, that
get in...
snowman is punchable, just like you.
Google Stadia shuts down internal studios and is changing business focus. As Fred pointed out, I was among those who thought this would have been quite possibly a game-changing service, giving people access to tiers of gaming they couldn't necessarily afford otherwise, while also screwing everyone over in the long run with, well, more of a rent-based economy, which I am not pleased with. But they fucked it up, and now it's shutting down internal studio, so... Moving on. No, Snoopy has 100. If anyone needs to look up a shirt or be walking through a TSA checkpoint, they need to be the same gender as you. Mind you, they could be gay, because they can't really discriminate on that point. But I believe that's their policy, strictly speaking. Greetings, Exodus, and with that, I think we're just going to skip to the next part. Has everyone who wants to enter in for a chance to win Generation Zero done so? Please do press 1 in the chat room. What have you done blowing off steam?
Nothing yet.
You let them take off the mask at least? Wait a second. Now, they have a beak under there? Because we haven't seen their face in weeks, and honestly, people are starting to get concerned.
That might have added any changes to her face.
This game has been provided by Exodus, by the way. Generosity is from them who make this giveaway possible. If you would like to enter in for a raffle of Generation Zero, now's the time to enter one in the chat if you haven't already. Thus far, the only person I know who's been confirmed to join the competition is, well, Nightwolf. Did we have anyone else, Izu?
I have not seen any others. There's Lord Volkos.
Uh-huh.
But I will say this. On Thursday, you might...
Ooh, look who it is!
I might.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay, we have Nightwolf, Lord Volkos, Megon, Lincoln, DMZ. I'm just going to be...
Play the trailer while you get your helmet on.
Peggy
What
16.
was the game called again?
Generation Zero.
Let me see if that's for Mac. If it is, I'll enter in.
Welcome to Sweden. It's November 14th, 1989, and you're about to get a closer look at the open world of Generation Zero.
It's not.
In
Only for
Generation
those
Zero, you play as a young adult returning
people
from
who
an
use,
island excursion together with
Microsoft
friends.
Windows.
Upon reaching the
Strokes.
mainland, you discover the world abandoned with no other people around. Worse yet, you find yourself hunted by a mysterious force of deadly machines.
We've had Lady Sylvan.
Now
join
you
in.
need to
We're
find out
stepping
what has
away.
happened, while at the same time trying to stay alive, and eventually wage a guerrilla war against the machine invaders. Generation Zero allows you to create a unique 80s hero and play on your own or together with up to 3 friends in seamless co-op. You will explore a beautiful but dangerous open world where you constantly
I think that about gets the idea across. We have about 4 minutes remaining, and oh, so good to have my thoughts back uninterrupted. Well, at least in that way.
But yes,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
because I own her.
But the... Look, it's not phallic at all. No more phallic than Magneto or, Jaws. It's perfectly reasonable. And
Look,
Yeah,
nothing-
look, Ark just has helmet head.
Okay, look, we're not gonna... I had this entire thing where I was going to, basically pull name out of a crane game as part of a great old stunt, but unfortunately the device, failed on me just prior to the show, so we're going to do things a bit differently. Everyone who's entered into the raffle so far, and let me confirm I've got this right, Nightwolf, Lord Vulgus, Megon, Lincoln, DMZ, and Lady Silka. Is that...
That's what I've got.
Okay then, well then, in the time
Excuse me while
remaining,
I
let's...
YouTube, because I like regular Easy, but at least he was a sniveling little worm who worshipped me.
Or pretended to avoid being shot. Any case, did anyone else want to enter last minute? Look, here's the way to go. I don't have time to do a raffle. I'm not going to do tickets. I'm not going to try to pull anything out of a hat. Instead, we're going to handle this old school MMORPG style. Many men online role-playing girl says. Everyone who's actually played one of those games knows that's how it is. Starting with basically a random number generated between 1 and 300. The closest of you who rolled a 100 in turn is the one who wins the game. Director of Arketer Labs, you should put all the names in your helmet and pull one out. No, because Megon is watching, and I'm not going to twerk again or anything less than a significant sum to marginally soothe my wounded pride. So, let's start with a number for Nightwolf. If he gets 1, which should be quite low odds, he instantly wins. His number is 142. Nightwolf, we're going to find out if you win. Next up, Lord Volkos. Your number is 120. Oh no, Nightwolf, I'm so sorry, you've already lost. Omegon, your number is 178. That's unfortunate for you, but you made me put this stupid helmet on again, so I'm not too feeling bad about this. Fine. Lincoln DMZ, I'm sad to say your number is 285. And finally, Lady Silka, you have rolled 224, which means you don't win. But Lord Volkos does, having locked out with 120, they've won the rare loot drop. They were the ones who win this dungeoneering. Yes, Lord Volkos, you have won. Izub, I understand you will be the one to provide the...
And I believe I have ways to contact Lord Vocal, so I will
That's
take care of that
very
immediately.
convenient. If you didn't have that, then we'd have to work that out. In case, congratulations, Lord Volkos, on winning Generation Zero, the game that would most appeal to me personally, so I can see why Xbox already had a copy. I'm still sort of tempted, but I just don't want to play as Swede. I mean, no offense to Swedes. I don't know if I have any Swedish fans, but
I think Blackout is like considered Swedish.
No, he isn't.
It's the pickled herring area, the fish state.
That's a
well, I
different
know he's Norwegian only because they keep on calling him Norwegian Wood.
I thought he was Swedish, but lives in Norway now. That's why I thought.
Oh, I don't know about that actually. Maybe you know more than I do. I don't know.
Lord Volkos, if I'm using the key code doesn't work, please do contact me directly, and this will be addressed.
It should be in
Thank
your
you
Twitter DMs, Volkos.
again to Exodus for the generous donation of this game to raffle off. There should be more in the future. Will turns out very much appreciated. Please note also that these games were secured as part of a charitable contribution via Humble Bundle, so that was good of them too. Very, very kind of. Okay, and if I have any Swedes in the audience, I guess too bad. Cheers, everyone. As long as progress continues, success is inevitable.
Hey, YouTube, Elton John is here.
Elton John? Wait a minute. Looks like a can.